Good morning, everyone. It's that time again. What's up, everybody? All right. Alrighty, everybody. Let's see, how's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning. Hey, how's it going? Okay, let's see. Who's this? Yes, how's it going? Well, it's 11:14 here in California. Temperature 89. Summer's coming already. Yes, it is. The good news is my AC's in. He's got a little bit of finishing things to do onto the AC. He's coming back today. I'm gonna go run some errands, so I'll be on here probably for about 45 minutes to an hour, or maybe a little bit longer. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so good news. AC is working. It's working great. I mean, dang. I mean, the difference. My old AC, it was working still, but like the vent, where the cold air comes out. I have a temperature thing. I would check the temperature. I think whenever he would service it, it would only get about 60 degrees, in the vent coming air into the house. This one here, man, we checked it. It was at 53 degrees. Brr. Hey, but you know what? It's gonna be in the hundreds, 120, this summer. So that's the 90s are already coming. It's been in the 90s this last couple of days, this week. But yeah, so that was the good news, man. I'm like, oh yeah, AC working fine. He's got to come back and button ups, do a couple of little items. Gotta put all the skirting back on, get rid of the old unit that's still in there in the front. But oh yeah, man, this thing it's gonna be. Now I gotta see how my electric bill. It used to be up to almost $300 a month in the summertime. Now, I mean, hopefully it'll be like when my old unit was new. The highest bill I think I paid back then was like 160 something a month, and my wife used to freeze this inside. She used to put it at 69. I mean, this one here, man, you put it at 77, and it's like, oh man, it's already too cold, And the airflow on this one is like, wow, we're talking like about 75% much better than the other one. I mean, the other one was okay, but I mean, this new. I mean, the other one was 20 in August. It was going to be 26 years old. So I needed that unit. I mean, it was the original one was a split unit where the heater's in the inside of the mobile home, and then the air conditioning was on the outside. The compressor and stuff. This one, everything's outside. So then now in my laundry room where the heater was and all that, now I got all this big closet there. I mean, I could even walk inside of it. So I gotta fix that up. Put some shelving in there. Maybe put a light. But I'll have to probably get an electrician to do that. Put a light in there for me. But yeah, I mean, it's like big difference, compared to the way it was before. It's like, yeah. So I gotta paint the inside of where the old unit was of the heater, because that's all like, they didn't like put, like the inside of my laundry room. It has like wallpaper that's already pressed onto the particle board that's on the wall. So that needs to be painted inside. So I'll just paint it. Just probably a white color. You know, and then just get it all nice and painted. Get it ready for. I'll probably put in the. I can put the shelving in and stuff. But it's like it's much better the AC. Oh man, I can't believe the difference between it. I mean, even my son, we had it at 78. He's all like, "Oh, Lauren, it's too cold." I mean, the other one, we were lucky if we got it to 77. No, it's on a good day. I mean, it used to go really cold, but compared to this one, it's like whoa, big difference. I mean, the cost, because at first he had quoted me 6,700, and it was gonna go in, originally just like the old one, a split unit, but then that wasn't available. So he goes, well, maybe I can get you a unit, the whole unit outside, but then it's gonna be a little bit more money because I have to put in all new ducting underneath to run it to the air conditioning because everything's gonna be outside. And then I go, well, how much is it gonna be? And I thought, oh man, it's gonna be like thousands. No, it was only like $600 more. So it came out to 7,350. Which hey, now this unit should last another 20 something years. For me or for whoever, if I decide to sell, they'll get a brand new unit. So I did the bathroom, the showers are done. Those were about almost 10,000 for both. So, then that's kind of the big major things are pretty much done. I mean, the bathroom, showers, and the AC now. So now we got AC and heating brand new because even this year because my heater was messed up already. It wasn't working. So I had to get a new heater and air conditioner. Yeah, because and then the original one was gas, the heater. This one's all electric, everything, AC and which I'll see how my electric bill will be in the summertime because in the summertime, it was like maybe in the 60, well, about 80 a month. Shit, if I get $60 a month on my heating bill, my electric bill, oh man, that would be great. I mean, it's like whoa, big difference. Because even I had to go purchase like temporarily for the wintertime because I go, we're gonna be freezing, my wife. So we got a just a regular cheap $85 heater. And it had a temperature thing. It would turn off and on, and rotate. And that, the electric bill was up to about 100, depending on how cold. And outside, it got to about 32 degrees outside this wintertime. But in the inside, we're in our room, we kept it at about 71 degrees, which is nice. But in the rest of the house, it was like I think the coldest it got it maybe like in the 60s, like 65, 66. That was when it was really freezing outside. But yeah, I mean, this hopefully this is gonna go good. I'll find out this year the savings. Plus the unit's gonna have a warranty. Anything goes wrong with it I think usually on the AC they usually about 10 years warranty. On the heating part, usually it's about 2 years. So we'll see how it goes. You know. Alrighty. Everybody, don't move. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. Ah, alrighty. One down, many more to go. Let's see who else is in here. Morbid, Area 51. What's up, Area 51? Josue, Morbid, keeps. Let's see, Joy. How's it going, Joy? Unseen Universe. Hey, bud. What's up, man? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so the good thing is my AC's working. He's got to finish it up a little bit. And and then I was talking about that over at work. You know how I have that tarantula. You know, the one that's out in the wild. You know, it covered up its hole. You know, I went back and looked at the pictures, the dates. You know, when I fed it the last time, and then when I covered up the hole. So the day I fed him, it was on the 15th of March, 15th of March, and then on the 20th is when I noticed that it covered up its hole. You know, so on the 20th, it covered up its hole, and then I looked online to see, you know, how long it takes for a tarantula, you know, once it lays its eggs and stuff. It's usually about, it says 30 days to 60 days, you know. So, hey, maybe I'll be keeping an eye on the hole to see if it gets uncovered. If he uncovers it, then that's a good sign that you know, maybe babies will be coming, you know. And so then that'll be by the, you know, 30 days will be like on the 20th of April, and in May 20th will be 60 days. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, hey, maybe we'll have babies coming out of the hole now. I'll be, you know. Oh, and then I checked to see how many babies it could have in an egg sac. You know, the maximum is about 1,000 little babies. But you know, that's the biggest amount. I mean, I don't know how old, you know, this tarantula is. You know, when they get older, you know, they have more babies. I mean, hey, I mean, if it even has, say, 500 babies, but then out of those 500, you know, because she's probably gonna let them cannibalize each other, you know, and they're gonna the fittest, you know. So probably, I would say probably at the end, you know, maybe get 100 or maybe just 50, you know, good sized tarantulas coming out of that hole, you know. And then we'll see how many males and females start coming out of there. And then, hey, the population, maybe in the next time, then we'll have more holes, more tarantulas to film, you know. But yeah, I mean, I hope everything works out and she does have babies. I mean, it would be great. I mean, imagine to witness babies coming out of. I mean, I've seen it in videos, you know, from people that have them on enclosures and stuff, you know. But yeah, I mean, look at this guy on the motorcycle, man. Okay, yeah. So I mean, that would be amazing to witness, you know, baby tarantulas coming out of the hole, you know. I mean, I was like, hey, you know, I could feel excited because I mean, I was kind of a part of it, you know, because I mean, I did feed it, you know. Look at this guy. What do you want to come into my lane? It's like, you know, I don't know where it's going. I mean, there's two cars in front of him. One's gonna go straight, the other one's gonna turn. Come on, let's go. Green light. Oh, it looks like a sporty Toyota Camry. Yeah, so I mean, you know, it's like it's gonna be a exciting time here this summer, hopefully. You know, and then there's gonna be a bunch of other bugs out there to videotape. You know, there's always a lot of bugs in the summertime. I mean, it's a desert. You know, I've been seeing some lizards. You know, I think they're those what do they call them? I think they're monitors, but they're the monitor lizards that are out here in the South of California, the desert, where in other, and there's in other ones, there's the other kinds of lizards, but yeah, these I think are monitors. I think I even have a videotape of one in my old videos. You can see the monitors, the monitor that I got. And I think the bad part of almost out of the bad part here. Come on, stay with me. Come on, almost out of this bad spot here. Internet here. Yeah, so then I've been looking at the camera. I mean, I haven't physically looked at them yet because, but those usually they'll come out during the day. I see them like in the mornings, I mean, I got that one that I filmed, but I didn't start filming it till afterwards. But it was I had a water bottle with me that day, and then I poured a little bit of water on the ground, and it was like my foot was like maybe 12 inches away from the lizard. It didn't run away. It was like, because it knew I wasn't threatening it. I wasn't, like running at it or anything or trying to grab it. So, but then I didn't have my phone ready. But then when it ran like a little bit around the fence there, I got my camera, and that's the video that I got afterwards. But yeah, I mean, I think it's that kind of lizards that I've been seeing over there. They're going in the rocks and stuff, and looking for bugs. I'll probably see them more. And then there was another video, an old video you can look back where there's like a ramp where I work at, and there was a bunch of little bugs on the ground. That every morning they would be on top of the roof of the car and on top of and on the floor. They look like these little bugs. They call them, like over here, they call them like little parakeets. Because if you look at them real closely, like zoom in, I mean, they're so tiny, but they're like miniature parakeets. They look almost like they're like almost like a yellowish color, and they're like really, really tiny. But I mean, it's crazy the way they look. I mean, you could swear it was like a little kind of like the little like lovebirds, but the little parakeets, but the yellow ones. Yeah, and so I'll start seeing a lot of bugs and then lizards. I still haven't seen a snake. Tarantulas I have. One of the other guards, she did see a snake. It was a rattlesnake, and she got a picture of it. She showed it to me. I mean, too bad and then it started getting colder. So then snakes they don't come out a lot. They'll go into hiding and kind of like hibernate. And wait for prey to come to them. I mean, I don't know too much about the rattlesnakes. Out in the wild. If they're I know when I was working at another site. There was a rattlesnake, and this was like in December. December here, it gets cold in the desert. It gets and even colder. And there was a pallet on the ground. It had a bunch of stuff on it before, but it was completely gone, all the stuff. And one of the workers, I was in my guard shack, and then I was looking at her, and then I see her. She's over there. Grabbing the pallet. And she don't even pay attention to the floor. Come on, there's snakes everywhere. It's a desert, where the site that we were at. And she lifts it up, and luckily it was freezing outside, cold. And this was early in the morning. It was like around 8 in the morning. So, rattlesnakes, when it's cold, they're gonna be kind of like almost asleep. They're not even moving, so the snake, she was lucky that it didn't even move. Look at this guy going back and forth. Make up your mind. What are you doing? Yeah, I guess the guy's not going fast enough yet. Now he's gonna change lanes. Speedy Gonzalez there. wants to fly. He don't even have wings, but he wants to fly. Yeah, so then she lifts up the pallet, and the pallet was like, she it was right next to the fence. So luckily the rattlesnake, or she could have stepped on it, then she probably would have get bit. But luckily the rattlesnake was more, all the way toward the fence. But it was like maybe her foot was at least at striking distance. But I mean, everybody that works on these sites, have to wear, good boots, and even maybe those steel toes, because I had regular boots on too, not steel toe, but just regular boots. And so she like lifts it up, and then she's all like, oh, after she moves the pallet, then she sees the rattlesnake. So and then you can't touch them because they're protected. So they had to call somebody. They had to call somebody that's basically I guess they consider them those like the animal control guys. And then he had to come and remove it off the site and just let it out in the wild, so it can go on its way. But the guy came, and then he's like, the rattlesnake wasn't even moving. By the time the guy got there, then the rattlesnake, it was more active, like, it was still sitting in the same spot. But the funny thing is, it didn't even rattle or anything, because I mean, it was probably so cold yet in the morning. So by the time the guy showed up, it was almost 9. And then he went over there, and then he grabbed it in a bucket, put it in a bucket, and removed it out of the site. But yeah, and then I did see a tarantula, and it had to be a male because that thing was, big, leggy, and I was inside the guard check, but it was a big spotlight outside of the guard check, and I saw it. I mean, it was like walking, like the ones that I see out here now, but this was like a big male. I mean, it was at, I would say, at least 6 inches, from leg to leg, and that tarantula, it was funny because it's walking, and I'm in the guard shack, and I could see it out the window, and then I just like stamp my floor, the inside of the guard shack, it's lifted in the air, and this is how tarantulas can sense, vibrations of animals and anything, because I stomped my foot, like on the wood of the guard shack, and it like boom, it like lifted its front legs, like boom, like hey, ready for action, and then I did it again, and then boom, it raised again, and I'm like maybe, I'd say about 3 to 4 feet away from it, but inside the guard shack, I'm not even on the floor. So it feels the vibration from me hitting the floor, and then it just decided just to walk away, But I wasn't into videotaping back then. I could have had that footage, I mean, the thing is, I mean, this was back. Oh man, this was back maybe. Let's see, how many years ago? I'd say at least 8 years, about 8 years ago. Almost close to 9 years ago. For that at that time, But yeah, I mean, it was pretty big tarantula, and then the site that I was working on, they had these guys, that these guys, it's crazy because they were working on the electrical towers, the big giant electrical towers, where you see they're like way up there. I mean, we're talking. I mean, you can't. I mean, the bottom of the tower, like the cement pillars that hold all 4. It has 4 of them, 4 pillars of cement. And each pillar, if I would stand next to each pillar, that pillar was like almost to my waist. And these towers, like, they're like huge. And when these guys used to have to work on these towers, there was like a helicopter, one of those little only maybe a 1-seater, No, it might have been a two-seater helicopter because it had to hold the guy driving it plus the guy wouldn't be inside the helicopter. He'd be on the side. He would hook onto the helicopter, and then he would hook onto the helicopter and then grab these rails. It was amazing. These guys are crazy, man. They're like hanging on the side of a helicopter going up to the towers, the electrical towers, and then helicopters they would fly above, and then this guys would like kind of like when you see how you see the SWAT team, go down the rope. That's how they would go to the tower. They would go onto the rope. So they would get lower. They had like a winch on the helicopter. You know, so it would lift them up and lower them down. When it was time for him to get picked up. But it was amazing. These guys, man, they're way up there. And then once they get on the tower, then they gotta they had a safety harness. And they had a safety rope that would hook them up to the tower so they wouldn't fall down. So it was amazing. These guys, what they would do. It was pretty crazy. The Let's see, I guess I'll put it here. Yeah. So let's see here. Let's see who we got here still. Live feedings. Hey, reptiles. What's up? What's up? Vanessa. Hey, how's it going? Okay, let's see. Hold on, gotta put you down for a bit. We gotta go in here. Hello. Oh. Yeah, so well, let's see if we got any goodies. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we got anything good here today. Oh, guess what? Oh, all righty. Ooh, we got some goodies. Gonna have to do another live. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right. Looks like we're gonna have another unboxing. Well, a mail. Yes. Jesus, can't you wait till I get in? Jeez, some people. Car coming into the next one next to me and is like, couldn't even wait till I close my door. She's already, coming coming in. Okay. Let me put you up here. Yeah, look at what we got here. Gonna have to have another live here pretty soon. We'll have a little short live and see what we got. Not gonna reveal who it's from. Not yet. See what else we got. Good. Oh man, I love the stuff that they put on the, the stuff they put on when they steal something, it's, it's like, oh man, look, I got a booger hanging. No, not a burger. It's like that glue that they put on the, you probably, whoever has Costco knows, when you get the Costco, let's see what's good at Costco, man. Let's see what's good at Costco. Anything good and exciting. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, smoke detectors. You know what? I need some new smoke detectors. I got one good one now. I had three. I had 1, 2, 3 other ones. We bought batteries for it. Nah, guess what? Smoke detectors don't work anymore. They're too old. Gotta toss them out. They got those those square batteries that you put in them. Put the new batteries in, and all I did is I was like, oh man, tested them, and they go, well, I guess they don't work, son. We were hoping they did, but I should have known better. They were too old. They don't. The one I still have, it's still good, and that one's a 10-year warranty. You don't replace the batteries in that one. It has a 10-year warranty battery with the thing. Basically, you just toss it after 10 years, or when it stops working. You're supposed to test it once a year or every 6 months. To make sure it's working fine. Ooh, let's see. Oh, I love these cookies. Let's see. When does the special starts? The 13th of April. Oh, next week. Oh, I don't know if you ever had these kind of cookies. They're called Biscoff. Biscoff. Oh man, they're good. They're almost like sugar cookies. They're delicious. Hey, how's it going? Who's here? Who else came in? Mike. Hey, what's up, Mike? Robbie from the UK. What's up? What's up, buddy? Yeah, so let's see what else we got on here. We got some let's see what it say. Strawberries and cream popcorn. Oh, man, that sounds good. There goes the diet, man. That is crazy. Have you ever... Look at this. See it? Strawberry. It says strawberry and cream popcorn. That's the flavor. Can you imagine what those taste like? I gotta try them once at least. That's it. I mean, can't deny a person. Come on. That looks good. Popcorn. What else? See what's in the next pages. Oh yes, my favorite cereal. Frosted Flakes. Great. That's going to be on special next week. Let's see. What else? What else? Ooh, Ziploc bags. Ah, yes. Ooh, OxyClean. Whoa. Bunch of laundry soaps, dishwashing soaps. Mayonnaise, if you need mayonnaise. Now, we hardly use mayonnaise anymore. Then when we buy it, we buy the light mayonnaise. I don't think I've used mayonnaise for a while. Maybe when I make my chicken salad, maybe I use it. But yeah. Ooh, let's see. What's this? Organic lemon powder seasoning. Oh no, that looks good. That looks good. Ooh, let's see what else we got. What else we got? Ooh, we got some. I don't have a dog, so they got that new bone natural. Ooh, probably keeps the teeth clean. Bone nylon dog chews. Ooh, I guess they're got the goodies for the dogs. Beef sticks. It sounds good, have beef sticks, and then you start reading. And I believe these are for dogs, I think. Special savings. Yeah, it has a dog on the package. But it sounds so good. Chewy Master Steakhouse beef sticks. I bet the dog will love those, huh? If you have a dog. Ooh, some steamed dumplings. I've had those. Begone chicken vegetable steamed dumplings. Oh yeah, I've had those. You can do those in the microwave. They taste good out of the microwave. Delicious. Ooh, they got the mini baby cheese. Yep. Let's see what else. Ooh, chicken grilled patties. Gotta get some of those. They're gonna be on special next week. Those will probably be good. Let me see, are these fully cooked? Ooh, and then you like the way it says antibiotic free. Like everybody puts antibiotics on them, They make it sound good, That's the way they sell stuff to you. Oh my God, this is good. It has no antibiotics in it. Even if it never did, even if they haven't never put in it, it's just like, oh, this chicken has no poison in it. Oh man, must be good. Vitamins, multivitamins on special. Let's see, what is this? Fresh mozzarella. Ooh, marinated fresh mozzarella. I don't know what that is. This is Galbini. Oh, must be Italian. Who else came in here? Hey, welcome. Don't forget to hit the like button, everybody, and then look on my channel list. Check it out. Maybe there's a channel there that you like. I have a lot of fishing channels, a lot of reptile channels, food channels, everything. You might find something you like, everybody. Let's see what else came. Okay. Oh yeah, love it. Check stub. Ooh. Hey, but this money is already spent on the AC, man. I gotta pay my son back. My son let me borrow some. I don't know, man. Let's see here. Yeah, so he let me borrow $5,000, and then I put the rest. I put the other 2,000 and something. Dude, the phone bill. T-Mobile. Yep. Alrighty. So hey, for those people that came in late, look what we got. We're gonna be doing a live opening. See what goodies. I ain't gonna tell you who it's from yet. Let's see. Alrighty. I gotta get out of here. Go through the rest of the errands that we gotta run here. Alrighty. Yep. So yeah, let me see. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, those guys that were like going up on those towers, electrical towers. You probably seen them on the highways, the gigantic towers, how tall those things are. Yeah, these guys are crazy, man. They would hang onto the side of the helicopter, and then from the side of the helicopter, they would they would like hang down from a rope onto the tower, and then they'd be working up there, and then the helicopter would pick up, more material, and they're up there, welding, connecting, two guys probably working together at the same time. But it was crazy the way they worked. I mean, I was like, dang, these guys. But guess what? I mean, these guys, they get good. They were getting good money. I mean, I think they were getting, like, because I mean it's a dangerous job. I mean, your life is in in the hand, and then you ask the pilots. These pilots, they're good. They're real good pilots, because these guys used to work and well, they didn't work. They were in the war. They were in Vietnam. They were in the Vietnam War. You know, and so they were, even when I used to work at the hospital, I asked one of the pilots that he worked for the company, I think it's a Reach, and they even I asked the pilot, hey, so, because one time they were flying, and it was New Year's Eve, and how people are stupid, they shoot up in the air, they don't even care who's up there. These guys I go, are you guys scared of getting hit by bullets, when you fly out of here? Because it was going to be New Year's, and they were flying that day, patients out. And he goes, shit, this is nothing. He goes, I flew in Vietnam, he said, because this guy was an old guy, man. I mean, this guy, can you imagine in Vietnam? Talk about, being, under fire, But yeah, I mean, these guys were flying in Vietnam. I mean, can you imagine getting shot at in Vietnam? I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. So this guy's all like, nah, man, this is nothing, man. Compared to Vietnam, we were getting shot by, they're getting shot at by all kinds of people, And he's all like, shit, this is nothing. He goes, I'm like, oh, okay. And so yeah, so these guys are up there in the doggone towers, hanging from a rope. And then it was just like in December, it was nice weather, crazy. But they were doing those towers, and I think the guy I think he said they got like paid like $100. This is like maybe 10 years ago. you know So yeah, $100 an hour. You're talking big money, you know. But hey, they're hanging from a rope, you know, and then they're up there in those electrical towers. You know, that's crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, so they finished that project, you know, and then it was not too bad the drive out there. I mean, it was like about maybe 20, 30 minutes from where I live, you know. But yeah, I mean they were putting in all the new lines going up over the mountains and all that, you know, putting all the new towers, you know. I mean, it took a while for them to finish that project. I think it took over a year, you know, because I mean it might have been longer than a year. It might have been 2 years or longer because I mean they have to put in the cement, you know, for each tower, you know, and then you know with the bolts sticking out that they got to bolt the legs onto, you know, and everything has to be precise. I mean, because you know they can't just, you know, because the thing is, you know, the towers they would build them into pieces. You know, they weren't like all one big piece because you know the helicopter could only pick up, you know, and then they did have giant cranes. You know, they would have giant cranes that would lift up, but you know, cranes can only go so high. So then after it got to a certain height, you know, then you're talking helicopters are picking up pieces from the ground from with a rope, and then they would fly over the guy in the towers, you know, the two guys that are working together, and then they would bolt. The helicopters got to you know, imagine having to hover, you know, because it can't just it can't, you know, be going back and forth. So you're talking these pilots, man. So the conditions, that's another thing. The conditions had to be perfect when they did that. You know, you have to have no wind because can you imagine if a gust of wind would just all of a sudden, man, you're talking the helicopter would go like one way or the other, you know, slam the guy. And then I don't think they ever had any accidents because, you know, they had like a sign, you know, and it had a number on there, like how many days, you know, like 300 and something days without no injuries, you know, or something like that, you know. But I mean, there's still injuries on the ground, you know. But nobody up there got ever, you know, fell off the tower or stuff like that, you know. But even you know when you fall off the tower, you're hooked up, but still that's kind of painful, you know. Imagine you're like a bungee cord, but not a bungee cord. Basically, it's a rope. It's not gonna give that much, you know. It's gonna probably give like very little, but you're talking, you know, a big jolt to your back. I can imagine. But you know, so yeah, that was that. I remember that. That was crazy. The guys up there. Yeah. So you know those that tarantula out there in the desert. So hopefully, I was reading. It says 30 to 60 days for the you know babies to start walking. You know, become little tiny slings. You know, maybe the size of a full size jumping spider. You know, so we'll see how it goes. So basically, when it closed off, I mean, when it had its last meal, it was on the 15th when I fed it four of those mealworms, and then right after that, on the 20th, it's when it closed up its entrance, and it hasn't opened it up. I mean, it's been closed since the 20th of March, you know, and then April 20th it's gonna be 30 days, you know, so that's gonna be crazy when it does open it. We'll see how what maybe only the mom will come out and look for food, you know, because the babies will probably you know be still there, you know, inside with the mom, and they're probably going to eat each other, you know, because I mean, if there's not any bugs yet, but then you know, by the time the babies are born, it'll be the peak, you know, when the heat starts coming in May, Because if they start coming out in May, that'll be about the time when it gets hot here. It starts getting about in the 90s. You start getting a lot of bugs around. Hey, that's going to be a lot of feed, food for the tarantula and for the babies. All these bugs. You know, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, I can't wait to see the uncovering of the entrance of the tarantula and see what comes out, if anything, yet. But I mean, 60 days would be May 20th. So give or take, 60 days, May 20th. So May 20th or sooner, we might see that thing get uncovered. But then once we see it uncovered, then we'll see what happens after that. If we start seeing any activity coming out of the hole, a bunch of babies, going out to explore. They're not going to go very far because when they're small, they're not going to want to get eaten by lizards. Because there's still going to be lizards out there. Roaming also. They're going to be more lizards out there. That's why these spiders, this tarantula. Yeah, come on in. Nowhere to go, dude. Traffic's slow right now. But you want to get in my lane. Oh man, people are in a hurry nowadays. If you're in a hurry, you should have left earlier. That way you don't have to worry about hurry. That's the way I always do it. Don't hurry up, man. Like, just take your time. You'll get there sometime. But everybody's such in a hurry. Hurry. It's like, get up earlier. Go to sleep earlier. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be exciting when nature comes alive here in the desert. You know, this is gonna be because I mean, I didn't really start getting into filming all these bugs. I mean, I filmed here and there. I had old footage, but then I really got into filming more. Like it's almost been a year. No, actually not a year because let's see. Yeah, it could be a year because I started, really putting out content on my YouTube in February of last year. I've had my account for years, but I've never put any content on it. I mean, I would just, look at videos, on YouTube, like a lot of people do. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, people that I mean, I said, well, let's see. I mean, I when I first started, I was like, I used to laugh. I'm like, I mean, I got like five subscribers. It was funny because I had 5 subscribers. I'm like, oh man, hey, I got subscribers, and then I had 10. I was like, wow. But then I mean, I didn't even break. And the funny thing is, if I would have known, I would have started doing more lives earlier. But I mean, I didn't know that YouTube changed it. So when you hit 50 subscribers, you can start live streaming on YouTube. I don't know if there's a limit of how many hours. I know StreamYard, the free one, is 20 hours a month. And last month, I mean, I don't think I even went through the 20 hours. I mean, I maybe do a live. I do a lot of lives, but I usually use YouTube. Maybe once in a while I'll do a live on StreamYard, and that usually because I'll be at home on my days off. I don't have to get up early, and usually those I do maybe 3 hours, 4 hours, or do a pretty late one, maybe 5 hours. I think I did one time it was like 5 hours. So I think I probably didn't use some hours. It'd be nice if these hours. I don't know if it does. If it does it roll over. Anybody that has the free one, just like if you don't use the 20 hours from that month, does it roll over? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I haven't really read into it, but I know that after 20 hours, pretty much if you're watching, if you're doing a live, all of a sudden it'll just cut you off, once you hit that 20 hour mark. But yeah, so I so in February I started adding content, but not a lot. I mean, I would just a video here, maybe a video like maybe once a week. And nothing, just short videos. And then I wasn't into shorts. Then when I really started putting a lot of content on my is when I started doing shorts. And then I started, putting shorts on there, short videos, and then YouTube had the 1 minute short, and then so then the 1 minute shorts. So I would do 1 minute shorts, a bunch of them. Now I think I don't know if it went back to a minute, but then for a time here it only went. Now I think it's 15. The shorts are only 15 seconds, I think. But now I think shorts are back to a minute long. Maybe a lot of people complain, because 15 seconds. I mean, come on. I mean, 15 seconds. It's like, it's not even that long, And then even on IG, the reels they're a minute long. You can put a minute long reel, Well, that's another thing, I didn't even have an IG account. So I was on Animal House, my Animal House with Justin and Trish, So then I've never won anything, and that was the first time I ever won something. They were doing I think they were doing numbers, I think, at that time, or they might have been doing names, where your name, because when you come in, they would write down your name and they would give you a number. So then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, I won!" I'm like, "Oh shoot, I won! Damn!" And I won a T-shirt, the Crunch Gang. It was a Crunch Gang T-shirt, and it was. Or you know what? Let me think about it. Actually, no, I won that afterwards. I think the first thing I won was a sticker pack. Yeah, I think it was just a sticker pack and a coffee. Yeah. And then he sent me. It was a $5 coffee and sticker pack. So he sent me that. And I like his show. His wife, them. He cleans tubs while she's reading the chat. It's a good show. Go out and check it out. If you don't have it, go check it out. Check out My Animal House on my. I got them on right on the front. You don't even have to go into the main one. It's like right on it's family and friends. There's some highlighted channels there. He's on there. Keys is on there. My Animal House is on there. Spider Mom is on there. I have who else? I have on there. Oh, James Guy. He helps grow your channel. I don't know if I have father like son on there, but I got to add more to that list. There's a lot of good channels out there that, and then I have a lot of people from the UK. I have a lot of people from the Philippines, from New Zealand, from Australia, from Indonesia, from Japan, from Tokyo. There's some people from Indonesia, Spain, and of course the USA. But there's a lot of fishing channels. There's magnet fishing channels. There's tarantula channels, bug channels. There's reptile channels. The snakes, lizards. Food channels, blogger channels, the channels that help grow your channel. A lot of different channels, man. You can go in there and just go through the list, see what you like. Go check out their content. Hey, if you like it, become part of their family. And so then I kept visiting, every time they came on, they were on every Tuesday, Trish and Justin. And then I kept winning, another sticker pack, and then I was on Iron Dog's show, and that's Iron Dog and Justin. And then they have a real good show too. Now they have races, dog races, camel races, race car, hummingbird, put your name in there. They give out good, you know, it has the four upgrade from this one. Don't spend too much money on phones. I mean, hey, just get the newest one. So then they were giving another T-shirt on the Wild Animal Show, My Animal House show with Justin and Trish, and it was for a T-shirt and stickers, And then boom, I won it. I'm like, oh shoot, and it was a Crunch Gang. You've seen me wear it. It's a black shirt with the green. Save the frogs, Crunch Gang. Yeah, so I love that shirt, and so then I wore. Come on in. Signal. It's like what? You don't know where your hand the signal. And then look, he comes in my lane for what? He's in the wrong lane. Go back to your lane. Stay in your lane, as they say. You know how that's another good channel. Him and Kurtwood. Yeah, come on. Come on, internet. All right, here we go. Yeah, I mean, I don't really expect, I'm always, because sometimes they have giveaways for snakes and stuff. I don't own any snakes. The only pet that I own right now is a little jumping spider, and that one I found it came into my life, I had another jumping spider, and then that one passed away. You've probably seen the video, where I found it. It was just not moving. I didn't know how old it was, but I would feed it. Had it in a nice little container and everything. Nice little square box with a little tree and everything. People see it. It's so funny because people watch those videos of the tiny jumping spider, and they're like, "Oh my God, giant spider! Ah, it's scary." And it's funny because they think it's giant because I zoom in, and I catch it, zooming in. But I mean, it's the one that died was like, if you look at your fingernail, look at your fingernail, your big thumb, your big thumb fingernail, and then that little what do they call it? The one that's right next to your skin, right there on the. Not at the end of your fingernail, but on the inside. I forget what they call it. It's like the white part of your fingernail. That's about the size of that one first jumping spider that I used to have, and that one passed away. It might have died of old age. I mean, because I think it might have been a male. And if it was a male, males don't last very long. They might maybe a year after they're an adult. So it passed away. So I'm like, oh well. I at first I thought it was molting because see, the thing is, that's the thing. I had it for about 6 months, like 5 or 6 months maybe, and it was already I think probably full grown to its size, and I never saw it molt in my care, and usually, jumping spiders through their whole life. They molt, and they grow bigger, bigger, bigger. Well, that jumping spider never molted, and just like this, I'm gonna see this. Now the one I have is like, geez, I think it's a female, and like about a week. Oh yeah, why don't you just head on, man? Can't wait till get to the end. Jesus. So then this this after the other one died, I was like, I was kind of sad, because I used to watch it and feed it, give it a mealworm, maybe like once a week, give it a mealworm. It would eat it, and then suck out all the insides of it, and then I remove the whatever it left. Then about a week later, I put another mealworm in there. You can watch the some of the newest videos that I put out. I put in because I still have old videos of the one that died that I never, because I mean I had so many videos I was taking, that one, and it was battling. I mean, I have an old video of it. I mean, it battled the worm, because I was getting ready to go to work, and you know how it never fails. It's the action starts when either you're gonna go to work, or you have something to do. So I woke up in the morning and I'm looking and I'm like, oh shoot, the spider was on top of the worm. It was like oh man, it reminded me of the cowboys. When they go on on those broncos, those horses, the that try to buck them off. Yeah, because the spider, like it would bite it and it would boom, it would come off and then would jump on it and it would, you could look at all the videos I have from the old spider, and it was jumping off and going back on it, and then it grabbed onto the head of it, the head of the mealworm, and it was like on that head, and it was like boom, and it was riding it, like a horse almost, and then and it was like going back and forth. So it was like the worm was like like get off me, But that jumping spider, man, these jumping spiders, they're tough. They'll take down something that's like, three times its size. They're not afraid. They'll attack it. They'll jump back. They'll go after it. And it finally then it grabbed on and it was like boom, because it has venom. So it's putting in the venom into the mealworm, so it'll start to, so that it won't be able to move anymore. It kind of like paralyzes it, and also starts breaking down its insides, so it can pretty much suck like a straw, pretty much what it does. It'll suck the insides of it, you know. But yeah, I mean, it was amazing, what this little spider did, and it grabbed on, and then one of the times that I was filming it, because I mean I filmed it a bunch of times with different worms. It wasn't never the same worm, it looks like the same mealworm, but it isn't. I mean, one of the times that I was filming it, I mean, I filmed it, in like, because I ran out of room. Also, on my phone, I couldn't film more, so I had to put transfer all the videos into my laptop, so I can film some more. I mean, one of the times when I videotaped it, it was on that worm for, you're talking 10 minutes. More, it was actually, I think it was a total of 20 minutes. It was on there, and then I had to go to work. So who knows how much longer, but it was battling, it was battling and battling that mealworm, it's like, it was amazing, and I mean, I got some of the footage, like there's I don't remember if I did. I might have put the 20-minute one, it's all one length. I mean, I never paused it or anything. And it's 20 minutes. I mean, I know people watch my videos, but they only watch maybe 2-3 minutes of the video. But it's exciting to see what how the little spider would jump on the worm and then jump off, and it would like bite it, and then it would jump off, and then but then at one time, I mean, it was on there for like 10 minutes. It was like, and then I mean, I think the longest video I had, it was like 20 minutes long, but then I had to go to work. I was like, oh man, I wish I I wish I didn't have to go to work, because I wanted to get, the whole thing, lengthwise, pull, because I mean, people think, it's all, no, man, it takes time, and it battles, and it's crazy the way it does it, but it's amazing too at the same point, it's the cycle of life, every bug out there in the wild, these bugs are in the wild, these flies. I mean, these spiders, jumping spiders. They catch flies. They catch like what is the other thing they catch? Those med flies. Because that's where I found the original one. I found at work. It was on a wall. With, I mean, I have videos of those med flies. Where it's a med fly, and then it also and it also molted. Because there's the molts are on the wall hanging, and then they come out of the mold, and then they're much bigger, the met flies. And I even fed it. I used to catch every day. I used to go to work. When I used to go to work, I would catch. Before I even decided to buy mealworms for that little one, I was feeding it. Where it was out in the wild. I was catching stuff from where it was originally from. And I was feeding it those. And it kept. So I mean, it was for like 5 months. I had it, and it would eat those med flies. And then I transferred it from that other container I had it because it was like a if you watch some of the old videos, I had it inside of a little. It looked like a little ornament, like a Christmas ornament. I didn't have anything to put it in. So I was like, damn. So I went to the dollar store and I saw this ornament, that you could hang on your Christmas tree. They had a lot of these dollar where it unscrewed the bottom. The bottom would unscrew, and the top had like those balls, that you hang on the Christmas trees. Same thing. It had the little crown on top. You know, where you put the you know hello. So when where you put the where you put the I'm gonna go put gas right now. I'll be right back. Don't go away, everybody. I'll be right back. Oh, ¿cuánto es? Ah. Hello, hello, I'm back. Let's see. Who's in here? Who's in here? Hey, Vanessa, what's up? What's up? Squirrel Magnet, what's up? What's up? Pat Ford, yay. Hey. Drum. New England. Night feedings. What's up? What's up, Squirrel Magnet? What's up? Hey, gas. It's $5.35 a gallon. It's going down a little bit. It was $5.39 on Sunday, but you know what's going to happen? It's going to go back to the big prices again. You know. So yeah. So like I was saying, you know that spider. You know, it like battled that mealworm. You know, and it. I mean, it was like battling it for over 20 minutes one time. But it battled it probably for longer. Excuse me. It probably battled it longer than 20 minutes because, I mean, I had to go to work. You know, it never fails. I was like, oh, man, like, I'm getting, you know, so I had to go to work, and I was like, I guess I'll see what afterwards, you know, what happened. So, you know, it have a bunch of, you know, battles, you know, and then some of the videos I even, you know, I would pause it and start anew. So, you know, I would videotape for 5 minutes, end that video, and then restart it again, you know. So some of them were like the same almost battles, but then there's some. If you look at some of them, I think I have a video that's 20 minutes long, and you know that's the little spiders battling that mealworm for over 20 minutes straight. You know, I mean it's amazing. You know that little one. So then that one little the first one that I had, it passed away, sadly. But then you know I was kind of sad. I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna have another jumpy spider. But you know, out here I see them all the time, so I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll have another one. Maybe I'll have another jumpy spider. So like a week right after that one died, I'm working, you know, out there at the site I always work at, where that tarantula is at and everything. And I go do my you know, 'cause I work security. Go out there and I doing my job, and then I come back inside, and I'm sitting at the desk, you know, where the keyboard is. And all of a sudden, there's a little jumpy spider, the one I have now, that white one. It's like right there, like going hi. You know, it's like hi, I'm here, help me. I guess in my mind it was saying that. So you know, I always carry this little container here. You know, I washed it. It's a pill container. I washed it and I made little holes, you know, so you can breathe. It's got holes on the top. It got holes in the sides. So, you know, anytime I find a bug or something, I'll, you know, videotape it in there and then release it back in the wild. Or like that one time when I found that big black bug and I fed it to that wild tarantula, you know, because that's what the tarantula eats out there in the wild. I mean, those bugs that are around, you know, big. Those black bugs, they're like about that big, you know, from head to toe. Well, from head to tail, not head to toe. But and it's funny because I have videos of those bugs too. You can look at them, and these bugs are so funny because they like they'll be walking around, but if you like say you like nudge them a little bit, they do a headstand. You can even see the videos. It's so funny because they do like a headstand, you know, and it's odd. and then they play dead pretty much, because if and once they're in that headstand, if you like tip it over, it plays dead, and a lot. There we go. We're back again. The internet. There's these little spots. So then that's the defensive mechanism of these bugs. And I noticed it that they'll stand on their head, their butt, because I think they also have they could spray you. They never sprayed me, because I think they do it only like say if you like bite it or something, or try to eat it, I guess. They probably have a spray that they can squirt out their rear end, because that's what they put up in the kind of like almost like a skunk, put their butt up, and they're standing on their heads doing the headstand. And then I would gently tip it over, and it would just it's like with its legs up in the air like this, like hey, I'm dead. You don't want to eat me. I'm no good for you. I'm kind of like. And then some lizards they want they if they're really hungry they'll eat it, I guess. But they'll just probably I don't kind of like a bear. They say play dead. But I don't know if that's true. I've never dealt with a bear, so I mean, I know they say you're supposed to get into the field position to protect your head and stuff, because I mean, if those claws of a bear hits you, like you're a goner, you're a goner. And so then this bug, it would tip over, and it would play dead. So I got a video that you can even watch those. They're funny. These big black bugs. They're beetles. And so I caught it. I saw. Oh, okay, I got it. And so I got it in this container. And that's the. I took it over there where the tarantula was, and I put it outside, and it came out, and you can see the video there. It's the wild tarantula feeding. That's the one where I didn't put new music on that one, because I listened to the video, and I mean you could even hear the crunch. If you listen carefully, you can hear the crunch when the tarantula grabs the bug, and then it sticks its fangs into the bug. It's like you can hear the crunch. Then once it grabs it with its front little paws, because tarantula has 8 legs plus it has 2 pedipalps. They're kind of like arms. They're kind of like to grab the food, bring it in, and it does it with its other legs, but that kind of holds it, or even like protect itself from getting bit, and then also on the females, on the males, those that's where they lay a spider web on the ground. It's called a sperm web, and then they lay the sperm, onto the spider web, and then with those pedipalps, they pick up the sperm, and then when they go find a female, some spiders have these hooks. They have these hooks like this on each of their front legs, their 2 front legs. That's how you can kind of tell sometimes a male and female. And those hooks, when it goes to the female will they'll go like this, and they'll start drumming, and it's like a mating dance. They'll like, and you can hear them like they're thumping, and then the female will come out of, because usually the male it'll like walk for days even, while it's walking around, it'll grab. Hopefully it doesn't get eaten, and there's some hawks. They're I don't know if you ever look up a tarantula hawk. Tarantula hawks, man, they're these hawks. They go find a tarantula, and they pretty much put it to sleep. They don't kill it. See, these tarantula hawks, they don't kill the tarantula. They put it. They pretty much like put it in a zombie. It's so crazy. They put it like in a zombie. So then once the tarantula is like, it can't move, it's paralyzed, but it's still alive. So what the nighthawk, the tarantula hawk does, it grabs it. Then then it takes it. It has like a burrow, like a hole somewhere, and it carries it over there, and then it puts it inside, and then it lays it lays its babies inside the tarantula. So the babies grow inside this live tarantula that's paralyzed and can't move. Can you imagine the poor tarantula? It's like talk about torture. I mean, I hope you can't feel nothing. Kind of like when the dentist, he numbs it and you can't feel nothing, but sometimes like hits the nerve and you're like, but when you're paralyzed, you know how if they're paralyzed, I mean, you've seen those movies where they knock people out and then they're paralyzed and then they're like they can't move and they're cutting into them, the horror movies. Then they're cutting into them and they're like like screaming, but they can't even move, they can't even scream. I think the tarantula is probably in that state, It's like, so then the tarantula. Hold on, I gotta check something here in my mail. Well, no mail means no bills. I used to get a lot of mail, a lot of bills before, not no more. But yeah, so the thing is, the tarantula hawk, so it'll numb, paralyze the tarantula, and then the babies. Then once the babies grow inside the tarantula, and basically when they come to life, they pretty much eat all the insides. I mean, they eat the insides of the tarantula. That's their first meal, pretty much when they come out, and then they become a tarantula hawk, and the cycle of life goes on. So the tarantulas, it's rough out there. Birds pick them off, especially if they're real tiny. That's why tarantulas, you don't hardly see them in the day. But usually tarantula, and if it comes out and you see a tarantula, it's a poor male. That poor male, I mean, it has to go out and find a female. Has to find a female, and it's all for a lot of it has to go looking for a female, and it could be days, weeks till it finally finds, and then to top it off, that female, what does it do? Hey, once it the guy, yeah, the guy, the female is going, yeah, all right, do your business, all right. Then once she knows, say, okay, he did his job, boom, he's gone. So that's why they have those hooks. The hold up they put the hooks right on the fangs. The tarantula has those two fangs coming out. Well, the male holds it from there. I mean, it has those hooks right on them dangerous fangs holding it up. That's why they have those long legs, because it has to hold it way up so it can get those pedipalps underneath and do its job, and then finally it does its job, and then it has to run for its life. Pretty much, it's like either and then go look for another female, because a tarantula can keep impregnating more and more tarantulas, one male. It doesn't just do one. It goes and looks for another female, or it does that female more than once, and sometimes it's its last female, because the female says, yummy, yummy, I haven't ate in weeks, and you're my big meal. And then basically, that it's good that the female eats the male, because it needs all that nourishment, because just like I fed that tarantula, it got all that nourishment, and now it's going to lay the babies, because it's not going to get a meal for like a month or longer, because it's going to be in there, in that hole, and it's not gonna, it isn't gonna feed on anything. So let's see who's in here. Who's in here? See, Vanessa. We got two people in here. Josh, what's up, man? It's from the UK.
Hey, Squirrel Magnet. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so you know that poor guy ends up being a meal, but guess what? Now that nourishment's gonna go to all his offsprings, and his genes are gonna continue. More tarantulas, more bugs are gonna get eaten, you know, and the cycle of life continues. So that's why, spiders are important to nature. If we imagine if there wasn't any spiders, I mean, how many bugs, you know, and the tarantulas feed other animals too. They feed birds. Birds eat your all them. Oh, and it's already 93 degrees out here, dude. Jesus, every it's summer's here already, man. Oh man, hopefully it cools down a little bit. Maybe we'll get a break, but usually May 10th, the last 2 years it's been till like June where it gets really really hot, and but yeah, it's like alrighty. Okay, yeah. So everybody, that's it for this live. I'll probably be doing another live later on. And open up what I got, show everybody what came in. So thanks everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and God bless everybody. Till next time. And like Keys always says, call your mama, tell her you love her. Don't forget, because how long she'll be around. So thanks everybody. Have a good one. Till next time. Bye.